G'day there. Massive shout out to all you fucking good cuts and grouse cuts for your support. Fucking heaps sick. And a massive, great big double fuck you to the Australian Taxation Office this week. Or as I prefer to call the shit cunts, the Australian Theft Office. Because let's face it, telling somebody that they owe you some of the money they earned, otherwise you'll lock them in a fucking box, is nothing short of robbery and never will be anything more than robbery. I don't give a fuck what bits of paper you've got to say, oh, but I'm allowed to take half your shit. So, it was only a few months ago, one of the deputy commissioner or whatever it was of the tax office, oh, it turns out his kids are stealing a whole heap of money too. Funny about that. Oh, how do you earn money? Oh, I don't know, Dad just takes it off other people. Oh, what's wrong with these poor people? Why don't they just take money off other people? That's how you get rich, clearly. Fucking spastic cunts that need to be dragged out in the street and fucking beaten like the fucking common thieves that they are. So, why have I got the shits particularly bad with them this week? Well, because our glorious tax department has decided to drop the meal allowance for truck drivers living away from home from $97.40 a night to $55.30. So that's a whopping big 43% drop in what you're entitled to claim. Now, the way that works, right? Now, $97 might sound like a lot of years for meal allowances for a day, but when you've got 12 hours of driving and you're eating at roadhouses and shit like that, it gets very expensive very quickly, especially for any sort of decent food. So, the way that it's set up, when it was $97, you could claim up to $97 a day without producing receipts, documentation, all that type of thing. Now that's down to $55. So if you want to claim $60, you don't just have to have documentation for the $4.70 or whatever it is above $55.30. No, you've got to have documentation for the full $60, right? This is at the same time, these politician assholes are allowed to claim $273 a night for staying in their own property that they own in fucking Canberra and putting it towards the mortgage on the second property that they own. You tell me that's not a bit fucked. Now that's on top of, they get about a $50,000 a year stationery allowance. They get a minimum wage a year for pens and fucking pencils, cunts. We're getting fucked. We're getting fucked hard. They didn't even bring the lube. They made us pay for that and claim that back too, the fucking pricks. You know, try this one on. Base wage for a backbencher, 195 grand. Base wage. Go in, cars, phones, office, all the rest of it, right? Now wait for some of the kicker bits. Apparently, it's important to be reunited with your family while you're at work. So while we're making sure that the truck drivers are going to starve, or at least, you know, you lose $40 a day, 5 days a week, that's $200 a week, fucking 50 odd weeks a year, that's 10 grand a year. Oh, but that doesn't matter because we've got my spouse or wife or whoever has 9 return flights, business class, to visit me in Canberra every fucking year. Each dependent child also gets 3 return fucking trips. Said wifey also gets 3 trips, business class, to any other fucking states. 3 of those as well for the year. Now, I don't know about you cunts, but I reckon business class you're not going to get for less than about $1,000, are you? So while these cunts are swanning around business class, drinking taxpayer-funded champagne with their wives and fucking kids, what are they doing for us that we're supposedly elect them for? Oh, that's right, they're increasing our tax burden, along with doing sweet fuck all about the rising cost of living in this fucking joint, and then they have the gall to sit back and say, oh, well, you should work harder. Ask your parents for a loan to get into the housing market. You out-of-touch fuckheads. Now, I've got a solution. I reckon it's going to be a bit controversial, but we need to hold these arseholes to account, don't we? Because it ain't working. Well, they're never going to agree to actually legislate more accountability for themselves, because that's fucking counterproductive when you're in a criminal organisation. That's all the government is. It's the biggest gang in the country, or on the particular piece of land. So how are we going to fix it, Benny? Well, what we're going to do, power to the people, we're going to crowdfund ourselves a couple of old Soviet nuclear fucking missiles. 2 of the cunts, I reckon, ought to do it. We'll put 1 in Sydney and 1 in Melbourne, and have them on a big fucking stand ready to go. And they're both pointed at fucking Canberra. Then everybody in Australia gets to download the app and go, all right, how's the government doing today? Oh, they fucked me on this, they fucked me on that. So if we get to about an 85% fuck the government rating through our real-time phone app, guess what? Beep. We wipe out that middle ground called fucking Canberra. You hippies will have to get your fucking kid out of there, but I'll give you a warning for that. And then fucking, we can just start again without all these cunts. I reckon that's probably the fucking way to go, because they're only going to keep legislating themselves more privacy and more power while legislating less of the same for us. So, I don't know, cunts. I reckon it's all a bit fucked. And taxation's theft no matter which way you chop it. And when these assholes are robbing us blind in the name of, oh, but it's for your own good. Oh, it's for your own good, yes, but oh, I should be able to fly my wife around the country and spend fucking $50,000 a year on fucking airfares. Oh, after they've been in for 3 years, they get the equivalent of a round-the-world trip to spend on learning, like fucking, you're gonna learn that much, you shouldn't be in such a fucking influential position, should ya? And if we're not capable of governing ourselves, how the fuck are we capable of electing somebody to govern us for us? Anyway, that's my fucking rant over for today. Bit of down changing on the Jakes. No fucking clutch. On Bob Tail says she's pulling up real quick. Back the brakes off a bit. Give her another one. Jakes and air horns. Good cunt stickers. Get onto them. Peace out, cunts.